it up against the smooth surface here. So I'm just pushing with my palm, pushing with my palm, pushing with my palm, and I'm just pushing up against the smooth surface. And for me, I don't need my bread a lot, and I probably should. But right up against that smooth surface, okay? See how I'm doing that? Okay, and what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get a smooth surface on one of the sides of this bread, okay? So, I have a smooth surface right here, okay? And usually that smooth surface will always be on the bottom. Okay, so now what you're gonna do is my tuck technique. It's really easy to do, okay? Put your smooth surface on the top, and what you do is you're pulling down and you're tucking all the edges underneath, just like that, okay? And add a little flour to the top of it, keeping that top so that it doesn't break open. You don't want to get into that soft middle. You want to keep it nice and soft in the middle. And you're just tucking the edges underneath, just like that. See that? Okay. Okay. Takes a little bit of practice. Keep applying flour to the top of your bread so you don't have a tear in the top of your bread. Okay? That's about it. Pretty easy to do. Okay? Now, you're going to take this bread and you're going to put it on top of a greased cookie sheet. So here we go. Here's our greased cookie sheet. We're going to be using Pam olive oil. Pam it up, make it really greased, okay? So we take this loaf, okay? The bottom's going to have a lot of seams on the bottom. That's okay. Nobody ever looks at the bottom of your bread, okay? So once you have it like this, I personally like an oval shaped bread, but you can do any kind of shaped bread if you want. But I'm going to take this bread, just like this, and place it down, just like that. Okay? Perfect. See that? Piece of cake. So you're going to do it with the rest of them. 1, 2, and 3. So you're going to go from this to that. Okay? And so I'm pulling down and tucking all the seams underneath. Okay? Tucking all the seams. Tucking all the seams. Tucking all the seams. Tucking all the seams underneath. Okay? Okay. An oval shaped bread. Okay. So now we've got our 4 loaves of bread right there, ready to roll. Okay? So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna add a little egg wash to them. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this knife and we're gonna put some cuts on it and some vents on it, and it looks really pretty, but it also stops your bread from splitting down the side. So we're gonna put a couple slits on the top. And when you do this, just take your Pam and spray your blade, and it'll cut through the bread really easy, and it won't stick on the rest of them. Okay, so I'm just gonna take it and I'm gonna just put a couple cuts like this. That's it. Doesn't that look great? Then I'm gonna put the egg wash on top. The egg wash is just a little egg and some water. So here's your egg. Here's your egg. Tuck in a bowl. Check it for shells. Any shells? No shells? Good to go. Okay. Add a little bit of water and beat away. Beat that egg. Whatever. Nothing. So you make my bread taste good. Whatever. Nothing. Be quiet. Beat that egg. Okay. Once it's all beat up, then get a small soft pastry brush. I like to use a soft one. Okay. And we're just gonna baste the bread. So I got right here, this is a great one. I love using grinders. This is McCormick's Italian seasoning grinder. We're going to use that on the top of one of these. A little bit of poppy seed on one. I love to use this. Dehydrated onion. Another. And some ground sesame seed for the last one. Okay, so now we've got our bread. right there. This is the basic bread. This one bread can turn into whole wheat bread, multigrain, sourdough, a million different types of bread. Loaf breads, white breads, potato breads, okay? But this is the basic bread, and from this bread, you can make all different kinds of breads. And so we're gonna let this rise for about 15 to 20 minutes. Preheat our oven here. So 400 degrees, okay? And we're preheating our oven after the bread is already done. So we're gonna let that bread rise about 10 to 15 minutes. So it's about doubled in size. And then we'll stick it in the oven. Okay, so our oven's preheated to 400 and our bread has almost doubled in size. We're gonna take these and we're gonna put them in the oven. Now you see quite a bit of steam coming out from my oven. It's because in my oven, I put a pan on the bottom rack. And in this pan is full of water because steam gives us that hard, crunchy, flaky crust, and that's what I want for this bread. A hard, crunchy, flaky crust, and that's why I put that pan of water. And the main thing is that you make sure that there's always water in that pan, so every time you check it, you're gonna check for water. So, and I have my rack in the middle rack of my oven. So I'm gonna take my bread and I'm gonna put it in the middle rack of my oven, and I'm gonna bake it there for about 20 minutes. And then I'm gonna check it after that every 5 minutes after that for up to about 30 minutes. And what I'm looking for is the bread to be kind of a brown to golden brown crust and a hollow sound. Okay, so 20 minutes, check it every 5 to 10 minutes after that. Okay. Okay, so it's been about 20 minutes now, and our bread is almost done. So let's take a look at what it looks like right now. Whoa, look at that. Doesn't that look good? But they're not quite done because if you look on the bottom, they're still a little like, so they're not quite finished. So we're gonna let them go for another 5 more minutes. There you go. So make sure you cut them up, put them on a cooling rack. Okay, so we're all done. We've got our bread here, and that's it. It's really quick, really easy, and simple. So this one recipe can become anything you want it to be. I'm Tristan Camp, saying bake bread often, break bread often with your friends. Take care.